Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. If you have been noticing that trade has been slowing down a little bit regardless of what you're trying to sell, it's not because maybe your items are not that great and stuff like that. One of the big reasons also, if you look at this chart here that I pulled out from Steam charts, the number of active users have dropped from the peak of the first week of like official launch of early access from 500 to 600 plus thousand, and now it's like 100k, and it was as low as like 70k during the day today as well. So it is not you, it is a whole massive thing. Generally speaking, Path of Exile 1 also has these kind of trends. When the league starts, it's a lot of players. As the league goes by, slowly you will notice players drop off, and the moment the league comes back in, a massive amount of influx of players come back into the game for many reasons. Maybe one is some people unfortunately have a bad experience with trade, got scammed from some of the bots or other players as well, so they drop off. Maybe they feel they are a bit busy this season, they feel that everything, the whole economy is already on the run, way out of reach, they can't get any resources, so they just drop off. Many reasons why people drop off, and towards the end of the league, people feel like there's not much point because everything is going to like kind of reset, so might as well take a break, come back in later on. And that's a huge trend that we are noticing also in Path of Exile 2 because of this league system that is going on with GGG likes to do from their previous game as well. So the question is, in this video, I want to answer when is it likely to have a next league, because we can draw on some intelligent guesses to be able to predict. Why is it important? Because if league is coming in a certain set amount of time, you want to save your resources, or maybe you want to try and experiment new builds right now so that you can find out how to exactly tackle the new league when it comes, so that when the patch notes of nerfs and buffs, new characters, if we get new acts and stuff, you'll be ready once to hit the ground running, as we will do on the channel as well. I'll teach you how to get started in the new economy. So what are the intelligent guesses? First of all, I think it's going to take some time. Path of Exile 1, basically the devs were pulled to work on Path of Exile 2. They said it in an interview last week as well. They were saying Path of Exile 1 players, unfortunately, we can't honor our promise to release the patch in January and likely not February as well. They are moving to Path of Exile 0.20. In my opinion, 0.20 is likely going to be a new league. It's likely probably going to have new characters, because they did mention that a new league, there must be a reason why players are going to restart everything. So if there's new characters, there's a new act to come in as well. Likely, it will give incentive for players like you and me to restart everything and do everything all over again. A new economy definitely always helps, and we will definitely get a hit in the new league for sure. And not only that, after they put out the note, the hoo-ha drama, we are not a drama channel. More importantly, what we got is that they are actually pulling back some resources. They are giving the Path of Exile 1 players a very, very new event, a 1-month event that's ongoing, introducing some random new classes, which in my opinion could even be a beta test for Path of Exile 2's 0.20. If they were planning to introduce new classes, they might introduce some mechanics that are maybe not confident enough, so they let the POE1 players test some interesting mechanics, and then they fine-tune it before it goes 0.2 early access for Path of Exile 2. That is my opinion. I think that is one angle that they could be doing, because they're introducing new stuff in Path of Exile 1 in terms of classes. Just thought. So 1 month time frame, that takes us roughly around March 2025, maybe even April 2025 timeline for Path of Exile 1. Thereafter, after the event, maybe the developers are moving back, and then they will prepare for 3.26 as promised for the Path of Exile 1 players, looking at probably an April, maybe May timeline for whatever it is, or maybe thereafter. So if we are looking at that time frame, means we could be expecting a new patch for Path of Exile 2 in a 1 month to 2 month time frame, probably, depending on what this is hinting. Either way, it is hinting that it's going to take some time. They also put out a new patch over here, 0.1.1c, and they won't do a mini patch within the patch itself if 0.2 was right around the corner. So this kind of tells me 0.2 is still a while away. They still probably need more time, which means that the 0.20 is going to be a big patch. Notice they didn't buff, they didn't nerf anything in the patch 0.1.1c as well. It's just fixing a lot of bugs, adding in new stuff, for example, like quality of life features, additional boss attempts, stuff appearing on the minimap. So they are not intending to change anything in this current league system already, this first league ever. And in order to get a guessing, I looked at the daily active users of Path of Exile 1 chart, and we will see a huge trend. So over here, we just have the 2024 calendar over here. Let me just start from January over here. Notice that April, August, and December, okay, December was an exception, but notice that April and August, there were huge spikes in the number of players coming into the game, which likely means a new league was introduced. So people come back into the game. The first month is always the highest, and then slowly it trickles down thereafter. And July, for example here, maybe a new league was introduced towards the later part of July, and then thereafter August, they enjoyed the full new league, so it was much higher, and then thereafter it came down, and so on and so forth. So what this tells me is it roughly is around 4 months, 4 to 5 months, like 4 months on average, that a league will stand. And right now, if we are in December, with our league started in December, we are looking at roughly an April timeframe. And that is my interpretation. And my guess is we're going to see a new league 0.20 starting from April onwards. So we will roughly have around 2 months right now to prepare. That is my guess. Honestly, it could be in middle or end April. It's to anyone's guess. But based on the trend timeline, GGG, and if I zoom all the way back, let's go back a couple of years as well. Let me see if I can zoom to show you the entire chart all at once. Whoops, chart disappeared. 1 second, let me just Control Z real quick. Okay. So now I show you the trend. If I show you here blue, August, notice that there's always a bump during these few months. And if you notice here in red, highlighted in April 2023, April 2024, April, May 2022 as well, GGG tends to like to release their new leaks in a certain set amount of time or periods. Why is this the case? My best guess is because if you are releasing in the April-May time period, you are likely going to get a lot of the summer holidays in the northern hemisphere as well, which allows you to tap on everyone on vacation, so everyone has more time to play. That could be one of them. Another reason, it also sets it very nicely for a Christmas, towards the Christmas end, where again it's a holiday season, so people have more time in a 4-month time frame, which in my opinion makes a lot of sense. And if they are taking the POE1 framework, delaying Path of Exile 1 a little bit from their usual schedule, this means that GGG intends to shift POE2 to their regular schedule, which makes sense from a lot of development point of view. If everyone is already used to this cycle of running leaks and the busy periods for themselves, by taking POE2 and slotting it into the old POE1 timeframe, you don't really change too much at work. Not the busy periods are still the same. So it makes a lot of sense moving forward to have your new leaks every April, May, every August, and every December. Notice this star over here that I put in December 2024. This is the exception that they did mention in live stream also, that they didn't release a new leak. This time is like one of the longest periods, like 6 months, no new leak in Path of Exile 1. The reason for that, of course, is the launch of Path of Exile 2. That is why you notice this exception. But by and large, the rule is roughly 4 months, April, August, and December, we can expect new leaks. And if that's the case, then it's going to help us a lot in planning, which means the most important time is the first 2 months of a league. The second half of the league tends to be a bit more chill, try out new builds, everything becomes a lot cheaper. But anyways, we will be with you in the new league to help you earn a lot of resources. And if you want to get started right away for the new league, I highly recommend you check out this list, which talks about a huge thing about what to craft in any league. Huge information. Check it out. See you guys in the next video.